Hey socialites, welcome back. If you're new, I'm Ariell. I do mainly beauty videos, fragrance, and a little bit of lifestyle. Today's video is going to be my monthly favorites. This is going to be from July. A lot of these products I tried in June, July, so we're kind of catching up. Starting off with the makeup, y'all, foundations. I tried Vanngo's newest foundation and I love it. The only thing about it is I have a couple of shades that I could sort of go with, and I don't quite know which shade I love the best. I thought 25 was the best, but so many of the socialites said 24. Anyway, here it is. So it does have his signature like orangey red packaging. I do like when the brand lets you see what the shade looks like through the bottle. I think that's a nice touch. What you're going to get from this foundation is medium to full coverage, really smooth, natural appearance. It's what I'm wearing today. I didn't wear 25, I wore 24 because I'm still testing both shades. Not as long wearing as some of my favorites, so I definitely have to put a primer underneath and I get all day wear, no problem. Another thing to note about it is a little bit of this goes a long way. They say start off like using a dime size, and a dime size is all you need for pretty much full coverage. I wore this earlier today. I applied it the way that I usually apply my Sephora Reveal the Real Skin Tint. So I just kind of squirt a couple of lines on both sides and blended it out, and it was so heavy today. My makeup was so heavy that my phone didn't recognize my face to open one of my apps, so I knew it was heavy. I felt like it was a little off. You guys are gonna see it in a vlog that's coming up. I redid my makeup right before I came on here, used a dime size like I'm supposed to, and it is perfection. I love it. He does have a really good shade range to choose from. A couple of the socialites said they couldn't find their perfect shade, but I still think that he has a decent shade range. Moving on to another foundation that I tried out last month, and I do have a full review up of this one as well. It's the YSL Skin Affair Cushion Foundation, and this had gotten a lot of hype, and for great reason. It's another stunning formula, so smooth. Unfortunately, they don't have a perfect match for me in this, so this is the closest match, which is DN2. It's a little too deep, medium to full coverage as well. I get longer wear out of this than this, but I still prefer to wear a primer with it so that I can get pretty much all day wear. But beautiful, and it doesn't hurt that the packaging is stunning. Moving on to the last foundation that's on this monthly list is from Loreal. So we have a drugstore foundation on here, and it's the Infallible Cushion Foundation from Loreal. I don't know if it was trying to be a dupe for this or if it just so happened to come out at the same time, but similar to the YSL Cushion, the closest I can find in my shade was 365 Neutral. I do have a full review up of this one as well, and this one is slightly too dark as well, but I can kind of make it work, but it's a little off. I don't get quite as long wear as I do with the YSL Cushion, but it still lasts a decent amount of time. Really smooth, very similar formula. Overall, I do prefer the YSL Cushion. It just gives me a smoother, more polished look. It lasts a lot longer throughout the day, and it gives me that natural radiant appearance that I love, y'all. So it is close to the finish of this, close to the performance of this, but something about the YSL just edged it out just enough for me to prefer it. So Nars recently launched Sculpting sticks, and I picked this one up in the shade Palm Cove. I actually used it on the last makeup tutorial that I uploaded. This is what the shade looks like. One shade lighter than this is actually my exact skin tone, so I couldn't use it to contour. This is one of those more like dry formulas. It's not like super emollient or as creamy as like the LYS Sculpting stick, if you're familiar with that. This one takes a little bit more blending, definitely more of a contour than a bronzer type of situation, but it's still nice. If you're a beginner, I wouldn't recommend this because you're blending it a little bit more than what you would with some other like sculpting sticks that I use. I also picked up a new brush from Nars, and this is the first Nars Nars brush that I ever tried, and this is what it looks like. It's their number 17 dome brush, quality 10 out of 10. Love this brush. You could probably use it for foundation if you want to. I've been using it for like bronzer and contour, like cream bronzer, cream contours. What the handle is made out of, it's just really sturdy, really densely packed with being soft enough to like feather in a blend. I like that they have that little color on the back of it. So 10 out of 10 for the number 17 brush from Nars. About a month or two ago, I did a collaboration with Thrive Cosmetics, and I got to try this brilliant eye brightener, y'all, and I have been obsessed. For like that one and done eyeshadow look, this is it for me. I have a few that I really love, but this one is like everything. I can literally blend it out with my fingers. So I got the shade Kaylin, and I do have a couple YouTube shorts out using this in case you guys want to check them out, but this is what it looks like. So just like a soft medium brown with a little reddish undertone that just gives me a very natural everyday look. Not having to pull out any tools to use it, this has just kind of been my go-to. I recently tried out a couple of eyeshadow palettes, and the first one I tried last month is from Morphe. It's the Tailored Nudes palette from Morphe. Love the packaging. So cute, and on the back kind of gives you the rundown of the shades that's in it. So it comes with, it's an all matte palette, by the way, and it comes with these nice neutral shades, which I love the color story on this. I would probably rate this palette though like a 6 to 7 out of 10. It's just a little chalky, a little powdery, and if you were interested in this sort of color story, I feel like you could get this out of the Coffee Shop palette from Juvia's Place, or the Revolution's nude palette, like that matte nude palette from Revolution. I think the quality of those two beats this out. So for me, this one's okay, even though I think the color story is really nice. And LYS, y'all, they launched an eyeshadow palette this month. This is a self-love palette. I thought the shades in here were stunning. Unfortunately, the quality is just okay. Like the quality is sort of mid to me. The shimmers show up a lot better than the mattes for sure. The mattes are a little chalky, little powdery, but if you know how to do your makeup, if you know how to play with color, you can absolutely make it work, because I absolutely made it work. But this will like not be a favorite that I could see myself reaching for often. So many of my other palettes have similar shades in here where the quality is more pigmented and catches on my skin better, where I don't have to use a primer. With this palette, I'll definitely need a primer to sort of make the shades pop. Last for makeup is actually a makeup combination, and this is pretty much how I've been wearing my makeup for like the past month and a half maybe. It's the Sephora Collection Reveal the Real Skin Tint. I wear the shade 250. This is going to be sort of that medium to not quite full coverage, very natural look. The color works for me almost perfect. All day wear out of this. I don't need a primer or anything, and I get all day wear. I love that about this. I put on my makeup, I don't have to think about it again, you know, and I know it's looking good. But I've been wearing this with my Hourglass translucent powder to set sort of my highlighted areas, and then my Gucci pressed powder in the shade 11.5 is what I've been setting it with. And I've been getting so many compliments on my makeup, like compliments like, wow, you have really pretty skin, your skin looks really good, you know. So that lets me know that it looks really natural when they compliment your skin, and you know good and well you have a full face of foundation and powder on. So what products have you guys been using nonstop for the past couple months? Have you guys been getting compliments, or have you just been loving how your makeup looks? Let me know down below. Moving on to a couple of fragrances. About a month ago, I picked up the new Pkwy perfume, and I'll put the name on the screen, y'all. I'm not quite sure what they call this, but Khloe Kardashian's first fragrance, XO Pkwy, was a love of mine. I got this size and I wore that whole entire bottle. It was actually on my perfumes empties video, my last perfumes empties. I picked up her second fragrance, which is like a purple bottle, and this is her third fragrance. So this one is going to give you that sort of light, and all of her fragrances are sort sort of light, by the way. They're not super heavy or obnoxious. They're on the softer, more feminine side. Now this is going to give you that soft sort of aquatic feel, so much different than her other two perfumes, and different for me. I don't have many aquatic perfumes in my collection, if any. So this gives me like that soft aquatic feel, slightly fresh and sweet. So I love a sweet perfume, y'all. It's just soft, sweet, effortless, and easy reach. Something you can pick up and wear anytime, any day. It gives me sort of spring, summer, but you could wear it year round because it's just that sort of effortless. I've been wearing this so much because I just been kind of testing it out, because I do plan on kind of like a review or comparison of all three of her perfumes, and she's nice. I don't love it as much as her first one. That was a love, but this one is really nice. And another perfume I wanted to mention, I just picked up from the Nordstrom anniversary sale. Regular price is like $189 or something. It's on sale for $113 for the biggest bottle, which is this 3.4 ounce. This is the Lancome La Vie Belle Vanille, and La Vie Belle is a beautiful sort of florally perfume, sweet, just head-turning perfume in my opinion. They've dialed back the florals a little bit and added vanilla. That's what you're going to get out of this one, and it's a pretty girl scent. It's sort of soft, sweet from the vanilla. It's floral. It's a little bit fresh, not too perfumey. So something in here just gives a little effortless. This is so pretty, y'all. So glad I picked it up. So these are the two that I've been wearing for like the past, I would say 3 or 4 weeks. Now let's talk about accessories, y'all. I love accessories, rings, necklaces, earrings, all of the girly things. I wanted to show you guys these rings. I have been wearing these for maybe the past couple months. This is from Jasper Cal Watches and Jewelry. Stunning. When I saw these on the website, I immediately ordered it. Now I am an ambassador for Jasper Cal, and she sends me a lot of her jewelry to show you guys, but when I saw these popped up on her website, I didn't want to even wait because she sells out so quick on the good pieces. I didn't even want to wait to see if she was sent it, so I ordered with my own coins. Stunning. I love mixed metals, so the fact that it's like the silver with the outline and gold on this one, I love it. I wear it with everything, and because it's mixed metal, it goes with everything. I don't have to sort of match it for the gold moments or the silver moments or even like the brown moments. You see how everything just sort of flows and goes. Obsessed. I love these. I think she has some new pieces I saw on like an email, so I need to go on there and see what's new. I might pop some pictures in the video so you guys can check them out. So check out my girl Heaven over at Jasper Cal Watches and Jewelry. She has the beautiful chic pieces for the low. Couple more pieces that I actually ordered from Shein, y'all. I saw these earrings that were from YSL. I want to say they came out about a year ago, maybe a little less than a year ago. Stunning. I love them. I'll pop a picture up if I can find the picture, if they're still available on YSL. Well, those earrings were like $2,100. Immediately, no, am I gonna buy costume jewelry for $2,100? I was scrolling on Shein one day and I saw something so similar, and these are it, y'all. Immediately added to cart. So I was saving this for y'all. I hadn't even tried them on yet. So let's try these on and see what they're giving. When I tell you an absolute statement, that is what these are giving. Now they're kind of heavy. I don't like to wear really heavy earrings because I noticed that they kind of stretch some people's earlobes out. So I'm gonna try to be careful when I wear these. I'll probably just put them on right before I go inside wherever I'm going. A brushed gold, almost brass. Look at that. Now they do have weight on them. So one of them is like a short moment. One of them's a little long. So it's kind of, they're just so funky and just different. And such a statement. Love them. Last pair of earrings I wanted to show you guys. Now this is another statement, and they're these Lobsters. Can't you just see this going on like a tropical vacation or out of the country somewhere? Ooh, and they're light. I thought they were gonna be kind of heavy. They're kind of light. Look at that. That is so pretty. It's like a sky blue, like metallic. Would y'all wear these? Where would you wear these to? They are so cute. Okay, y'all, so let's talk a little bit about entertainment. There's one series that I wanted to mention, and we talk about shows that we're watching on my channel from time to time. And for the past maybe year or two, the socialites have been telling me to watch Chosen. And y'all, I finally watched it like last month, and I've seen every season, and it is so good. I highly recommend check out Chosen, which is basically the storyline of Jesus. They tried to keep it really close to the Bible and like how it's depicted in the Bible, although some things are kind of off, which for me was sort of cool in a way because it really sparked me to fast forward. So I skipped all the way to Matthew so I can start with the Gospels. And it's sort of cool because as I'm reading, I understand so much more. And I also understand what in the series doesn't quite align with the Bible. Like it put everything in perspective for me. So thank y'all for recommending that show. It is so good, very much binge watch worthy. Let me know if you've seen it, and if you haven't, check it out. Before we get out of here, I'm wrapping things up. I wanted to mention this because when it comes to vlogs, y'all, it's so hard for me to get vlogs out, especially on time. So today I went to Dilliards. I was actually walking through Dilliards to go somewhere else, and when I tell you like 75% of the store, of the shoe section in Dilliards is 65% off, y'all. I saw so many shoes that I loved in there. Enter at your own risk. That's all I'm saying. If you need to stick to a budget right now, do not go in there. But for those who have a little bit extra to spend, go to your local Dilliards, check them out, or scroll online. I'll put a link in the description box. If y'all shop through my link. That way Dilliards know that I sent you. But I'll put a clip of some of my favorites that I saw in the store today, and in an upcoming video you guys will see the ones that I actually picked up. Good thing a lot of them weren't even available in my size because I literally got my life in there today. If y'all have shopped the Dilliards shoe sale, let me know if you picked anything up. So that's it for July hits and misses. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed creating it. Everything I mentioned I'll have linked down below in the description box, so be sure to check that out. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Ariell. I do mainly beauty videos, fragrance, a little bit of lifestyle. I would love for you to come join the family by hitting the subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.